But here's the thing. The enemy works his way in through our bloodline as well. These were alarming statistics. According to the National Council of Alcoholism and Drug Dependence, this is the NCADD, the single most reliable indicator of drug and alcohol dependence is family history. Isn't that crazy? Okay, here's another one. Children of addicts are 8 times more likely to develop an addiction. So children of addicts are 8 times more likely to develop, 8 times. Sons of alcoholic fathers are 4 times more likely to become alcoholics. Isn't that crazy to think about? How exponentially your possibility of addiction increases because it runs in the family. So here's the thing. Wherever you see blessings, you see generations. And wherever you see curses, you see generations. And I am on a mission to get all of our church the revelation that it's not about you. It's about who came before you and who's getting ready to come through you. The generations there's a bigger plan that God's been working out. And what he wants to do is redeem the pain from the previous generations and turn it into purpose. He wants to take their mess and make it your message. And you're about to take the weapons, come on somebody, that Goliath used to try to kill you and kill those giants and chop their head off with the very thing that tried to kill you. Wherever there's pain, there's purpose. Wherever there's a mess, God's trying to give you, he's trying to empower you with a message for the world. Why? Because the devil always attacks valuable targets. And so it's like, oh, I've struggled in my sexuality. Well, then you will become a champion of purity and you will teach people covenant and relationship through covenant. That's the revelation of it. Why is he attacking you in that area? Because there's power there. He's not gonna waste his arsenal attacking a low value target. The enemy's always trying to get the most function out of his dysfunction. And so you got to understand this. If you struggle with addiction, what is the Lord trying to do with you in a sober mind? What is it about your intellect that if it's unleashed in this earth, empowered by the Holy Spirit, what are you going to build if you're sober? If you know what you can destroy while you're drunk, what could you build while you're sober? I'm just trying to help you. Children of divorced parents are more likely to get divorced when compared to those who grew up in 2-parent families. But according to a 2017 study by Virginia Commonwealth University, this blew my mind. Genetic factors are the primary explanation for divorce. That's crazy. It's in your DNA. There's something in you that wants to run and break covenant. There's something in you that wants to cheat and break covenant. It's in your genes. It's in your body. Now do you see why the scriptures call us to be a living sacrifice? You got to set this whole thing on fire and let that thing burn before the Lord and say, everything in me wants to rebel against your ways, but I've committed to be a living sacrifice. Singing our lyrics. And these used to be my favorite picture because I felt like it represented success. The truth of the matter is, this picture, as I begin to mature in the things of God, has been reinterpreted to me now because I actually believe it's the saddest picture that I have. It's sad because when I look at this picture now, I see Zechariah. I see somebody who is tired of waiting on God. I see somebody who is trying to push and make it happen on my own. I stepped out of God's plan, and this was Mike Signorelli's plan. One of the reasons why I think this picture is so sad is because I'm the only person in this picture. What you don't see is that Julie's living with her parents. She's crying. You don't even see my other bandmates because in my world, it was all about me. And see, what happens is when you're successful by the world's standards, you could be the most selfish person and people will still smack you on the back and say, man, you're amazing, because the world's definition of success is completely different than God's. So at this time, I'm going to come off stage. We're going to sell them merchandise. We're going to sign stuff, and I'm going to think that I'm the man. But at this point, I'd already become a statistic, full-blown alcoholism. And I'm on my way to becoming the statistic of divorce. And it was in my genes. It was in my blood. And now I look at that And this picture has become one of the saddest pictures that I have. It's not because you got your act together. It's because I always destined for you to be a burning one for me. For many are called, but few are chosen. V1 Church, y'all are the chosen ones. Messed up, jacked up, come from all kinds of places, but you're chosen. Drunk, high, divorced, dysfunctional, but chosen. Come on, somebody. Ignorant, poor, but chosen. I don't know why, but I know that if I stay committed, in the end, Jesus will say, I told you it was going to work out. I told you I had a plan. I told you. If you're ready to commit across every campus, just jump to your feet right now. If you're ready to commit. This is my awkward family Christmas story. Mike the fake rock star. Mike the hood rat with a fro. Big curly mop of hair. Mike, whatever season I've been in. Now, I just want to be a servant. Now, I just want to be a servant before the Lord. My question to you, in school they ask you, what are you going to be when you grow up? Jesus said, I'll make you what you're destined to be when you become like a child. And so God's not asking you to figure it all out. He's asking you to surrender it all in this season. So right now, this is my awkward family Christmas story. This is your awkward family Christmas story. Take my picture when I'm faithless because God is faithful. Take my picture right now because I'm finally learning patience. Take my picture alone because I know the promise is on the way. Take my picture because God has shown up in my lineage and now he's showing up for me. Take my picture in the mundane because a miracle's on the way, Zechariah, Elizabeth. Take our picture because John the Baptist is on the way.